but something they don't teach you is how to get a job.
Okay, pause. Before we proceed with the video, I need to come here and say this is my first YouTube video in 4 years. So please, please, please bear with me. And if the editing is shitty, just deal with it. Hopefully this video makes sense. And we're going to go back to it now.
Hello! I did my BFA in graphic design from Pratt Institute, and I also did a minor in film and video. And yeah, those 4 years were great. I learned a lot. But something they don't teach you is how to get a job. Before giving all this gyan, I should say what I'm doing. I'm at a small advertising agency called Episode 4, and I'm a junior art director there. And I love the company that I am in. I work from home, but it's based in New York, so we go to office once a month. We go on trips together to have more of that bonding time. It's just been so great. The people are so lovely. But anyway, so this is what I'm doing currently. How I got here is something I'm gonna tell in this video. Once I graduated, really difficult to find a job, LinkedIn, this, that, career fairs, I did everything. I polished up my portfolio. And something they don't teach you at Pratt, I don't know about other art schools, your portfolio needs to be curated to the job market you're gonna be applying for. That makes sense, right? They're gonna give very open-ended projects, and it's on you to make it as relevant to your portfolio. Every opportunity I got was I wanted to go into branding, advertising, so try to make every project catered to this branding, advertising thing and less abstract, and people are going to be looking at it as real projects, and that's what's going to land you an interview. But yeah, so once I graduated, applying for jobs was really difficult. Like I would say 4 to 5 interviews, all of them going to the final round, but I feel like just something happened and I wasn't getting the role. Through LinkedIn, I applied to this internship at Publicis, which is this really huge advertising agency all around the world. But I applied to the New York program, and I was working at Publicis Health. I did 3 interviews, and role specific, I think I have a minor in film and video, so I have experience directing people, a lot of preparation, and then I finally got the job. Something you have to know on OPT or as soon as you graduate is that you need a job within the first 3 months, or else you have to kind of leave the country. Very stressful. I worked at Publicis for 3 months. It was great up to a point, like the office was amazing. This is my first time doing the corporate job, doing my 9 to 5. I got office wear. I was so excited. I'm around here because it's my first day. But got food. They gave us food. It was really nice. There's a huge line of interns. It's been a little crazy, but super easy. Outside my station, so Bedford Nostrand station, and today's crazy. But like the work was still something I didn't want to do. Once those 3 months were up, they were stringing me along whether I'm gonna get a job or not, and it was on me every single week follow up with the HR person and keep asking her, hey, what's an update? She left me on red. She used to see me in office, just like ignore me, go move ahead. Like just being treated that way was not my favorite, but I was desperate. I needed something, and so I was doing everything no matter how bad, like, personally it made me feel. And hey, that's what I did, and I was very happy. It was paid, so I was getting money. That was nice. So after that internship, I was setting up just like coffee chats and stuff like that with people, and I think whatever I was doing on LinkedIn was definitely working in a way that I was getting coffee chats. I was talking to people. That didn't lead me to anywhere. You'll hardly find 1 or 2 people that are really gonna help you and being like, you know what, I got you. Most of the people, yeah, they would meet for coffee chats. They'll tell me more about the industry and stuff like that, but I'm not straight up gonna ask them for a job. But I didn't really get a lot out of it. I was applying on LinkedIn, and I got to final interviews for almost 5-6 companies. Ended up not going through. Maybe that was because I was on OPT, I'm an F1 student, or just because there was someone else who performed a little better in the final interview and they got it, which is fair. My advice, please apply to jobs even if you have something in mind which you think is gonna work out. Have different options in mind, and even if you have other options, you can at least think about doing that rather than just sticking to whatever you have. October-ish, okay, I applied to this thing called the Next Up program at Meta. Someone at Meta thought I was capable of working at Meta. Like, that is crazy to me. Sometimes you need these little things to prove that you are good, because you keep getting rejected and you need a little bit of good luck. So someone at Meta looked at my profile. 2 weeks after that, I got an interview, and that was just, an introduction call with the HR person. That went well. I went on to the next round. Told me they got about 4,000 applications, and I was one of them. I was one of the 5 that they had chosen to go on to the next round. I was just happy that they looked at my profile, but now I was like, what if I actually do end up working at Meta? I did the second round, my prospective manager, and today's my interview with Meta. Very surreal to feel like I have an interview with Meta, and my actual hard work got me here. The interview went super well. He said I'll know next week or so I'm like, it is what it is. In the meantime, apply for other jobs. I don't know to assume if I've gotten rejected or just wait for, I don't know, bro, but I am feeling crazy right now. Okay, so yesterday was Thursday. Today, the hiring manager did not lie, because you know what? I got a response and I've been selected for the next round. There's a presentation brief, there's so much. That went really well. Like, he was the head of design at WhatsApp and all that. Like, that's what he did, and it went so well. And they had to choose 2 people, and I was one of the 2 people to go to the final round. So from 4,000, I went to 2. And I was like, this is it, guys. And so I put everything of mine into the final interview, like a creative brief they gave me, and I had to present my idea plus like a little bit of interviewish thing. I created a whole campaign. I did that. I was working nights on it. Hello, I do look a little crazy, but all you have to know is that tomorrow's my presentation, and I'm practicing my 85-page slide presentation. Okay guys, I practiced my presentation again. I hope I don't mess this up. I'm so nervous because it's Meta, like, you have to be really good, and that's what I knew. That interview went really well, right? And then I was like, okay, I'm going back to India because it's been a lot and I need a break. Like, I need a break. Next year is gonna be better. And so I went to India, and like 2 weeks after that, I got my rejection email, and the way that hit was crazy. Like, you would think if taking so much rejection, what's one more? But imagine going from 4,000 to literally 2 people and you lose to that. That's just luck. That's literally luck. Again, in perspective, when I'm looking back, I'm so happy where I am, and just where life took me. After all this happened, I was just like, girly, new year, new me. Stop overthinking. I really felt behind. For some reason, I just really felt I wasn't living up to what I had thought my aspirations were. I'm very ambitious, and I wanted to be the best, get a job right out of college and be that person. But you have to go through those hardships to land where you are. 2025 were much better because I feel like mentally I was kind of ready, and I had given up in the same way, being like, whatever happens, I don't care. Once I had that attitude, in February, I got a job. So I found episode 4 on LinkedIn. They have 18 employees, and they hardly put things out on LinkedIn. I think I got a job. I talked to 4 people, and I think I got a job. Literally, I was so happy. It's gonna be June, so Feb, March, April, May, June. Okay, me and my math. 5 months I think I've been working here, and literally the way people respect my opinions, even though I'm literally the most junior person there, that's what you get when you work in a really good company. Good culture, good work-life balance, and you work on the craziest ideas, and some of them could be yours. Now, when I compare that to working at Meta, in the interview, the guy told me, you're gonna be a pixel pusher. I wasn't expecting, as a junior art director, I'm gonna have so much weight to my role at a company, whereas, in Meta, I would have just been not putting out ideas, not actually creating stuff till I'm to a high level. But over here, I get to do that immediately, and that's what I really love about working at a small company. I think over there, I wouldn't have seen the growth that I am right now, and seen the culture and stuff like that. And just work-life balance is so important. But yeah, that was, I don't know if this video is worth it, but that was my experience after graduation. That's been a year. I've seen some really, really, really sad parts. To everyone who's graduating, watching this video, maybe who wants to, find a job, these are just words of motivation and telling you that literally everyone is going through it, especially for international students. This is insane. People might have it worse than me, but this was my worst. I think some takeaways I would say from this wrap up a video, curate your portfolio to what people outside want to see. That's gonna help you land interviews. See professionals' portfolios and make your portfolio like that. Second thing, constantly apply to jobs. Do not wait for one thing to come through. Don't stop. That's something I tried to tell myself and I didn't do. That I just couldn't apply for jobs. I just used to get sad looking at LinkedIn. Connect with as many people as you can. Do some coffee chats. It didn't really help me as much, but when I was interviewing for Meta, I found this girl working at Meta already, Maria, and she really helped me through this process. It's okay. Process your emotions, you know. It's okay to be sad not having a job. It's literally a job which will bring you money. To me, it felt like I was failing. I was doing a job throughout this. I was doing a contract role, so I was getting some kind of money. Let me know if anyone wants to see a video about working at this ad agency or like how to be the second person at Meta. You know, I was thinking about alternatives. If I don't get OPTs, what some people do, I could share that. What I was planning of doing, if you know, like that, my time was gonna get over or something like that. Like, but I think that's it for me today. It got kind of dark at the end, but hey, hopefully this video was informative. If anything, for watching. Bye guys.